How about there are certain error, no? Or Android Studio errors. How will be able to solve some Android Studio errors? Now, working in Android Studio, like any development environment, often involves encountering various error. Tama naman po, no? So, the first step in solving errors effectively is understanding error messages. Dapat alam natin na kapag sinabi niya ang problema logical, baka semicolon. Kapag ganito, baka yung running na and so on. So, Android Studio provides detailed error messages in the build or logical window. So these messages usually indicate the type of error. Sinasabi niya po yan kung syntax error ba siya or missing resources and others. So each location in the code and sometimes suggest potential fixes. Yun ang kagandahan. So naniniwala ako na by carefully reading and understanding these messages, you as developers can narrow down the issue whether it's related to code or kaya sa configuration or dependencies. One common type of error in Android Studio is related to missing or incorrect dependencies. So Gradle, the build system used in Android Studio, requires developers to specify dependencies katulad po ng libraries, SDKs, at saka yung mga plugins na gagamitin natin pag nag-run ng program. So if a version mismatch or an incompatible library is added, the project may fail to compile. So to resolve these issues, you as developers should check their build.gradle files, ensure that all dependencies are up to date, syempre, and verify compatibility between different libraries and Android SDK version. Because using Gradle sync features after modifying dependencies can also help resolve this issue. Another frequent source of errors is incorrect project configuration. Ano naman yun, Doc? No, of course, no, especially in Android manifest, that is XML file, no. This file, no, defines essential information such as permissions, no, activities, and app components. So errors often occur when there is a mismatch between what's defined in the manifest and what the app's code or resources are using. Let's say, for example, forgetting to declare an activity in the manifest can lead to runtime crashes. So similarly, if permissions like access to the camera or location services are not declared, the app won't function as expected. So ensuring that the manifest is correctly set up is critical for avoiding these errors. Now, so what is resource errors? No, resource errors are common, no, especially in the XML files that define layouts, style, and other user interface components. So these errors occurs when resources like images, strings, and other UI components. No, and these errors occur when resources, of course, like images, string, or dimensions are missing or incorrectly referenced. No, let's say for example, no, an error may appear if a drawable is not placed in the appropriate /drawable folder, or if a string is not defined in the string.xml file. So to solve such errors, developers should check for typos. Minsan kasi may kulang lang tayong word or kaya letter or letters or kaya namang missing resources or incorrect paths na ginagamit natin. So Android Studio also provides lint checks, no, which can highlight these issues. And ayun ang kagandahan, nagsasuggest siya ng quick fixes. Now, how about the Gradle Builder features or Gradle build features? GBF can another headache for developers. No, yung Gradle build features. Failure, sorry. Gradle build failures. No? These errors kasi often result from misconfigured build script or outdated Gradle version. Kaya dapat updated. Ano po? So when faced with build failures, no, a good starting point is to examine the detailed error messages shown in the build window. If the problem is related to the Gradle version, updating the project to the latest Gradle version or resyncing the project might help. No? Additionally, clearing the build cache, no, yung file, tapos invalidate cache restart, can resolve issues caused by corrupt cache files. So, Gradle errors can also occur due to conflicts and dependencies version, which can be resolved by explicitly setting correct dependency version in the build.gradle.file. So, again, debugging runtime errors is essential when the app compiles but doesn't run correctly. Sa C, sa Java, na-encounter po natin yan sa C++. So, the logcat window in Android Studio helps capture error messages, stack traces, and system logs during in Android Studio. Help capture error messages, stack tracer, and system logs during runtime. So by filtering and analyzing these logs, you as developers can identify the cause of crashes, unexpected behaviors, or performance issues. So logcat messages provide information such as the type of exemption. Ano ba yung mga type na exemption? Ano ba yung example doon? Null pointer exemption. And where in the code it occurred. No? Using breakpoints and the debugger can also help in identifying logical errors in the code and understanding how the app behaves during execution. So with your exposure with Java programming and C++, I believe that you will be able to solve Android Studio errors involving a combination of reading error messages, checking project configuration, managing dependencies, and using the debugging tools available. I think, and I believe by adopting a systematic approach and leveraging Android Studio built-in support features, developers can effectively troubleshoot and fix issues to ensure a smooth development process.